Hello and welcome to Trading 5 Talents. In this video, I want to go over some of the things that I've been doing with one of my day trading bots that I used in my recent October trading challenge. If you remember that challenge, it was a live account trading challenge in which I started with $1,000. I used two trading bots that I made over in Option Alpha, and I wanted to see if I can get a 50% return in 1 month. As it turned out, I didn't reach 50%. I reached about half of that, and I'm pretty happy with that. However, I used two different directional ironfly trading bots, and I want to go over one of them, and in particular, the day trading bot that I used. So it would open and close, potentially, an ironfly within the same day. And I was only running it Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, but I also have paper versions of it that have been running every day since the beginning of October, and I want to go over those results as well as some of the results of the iterations that I've made based off of that particular day trading bot. Now here is a chart of SPY, and this is the original iteration bot using the ticker symbol SPY, and this is what the ETF has done over the past 2 months. So the beginning of October all the way up until the 1st of December. You can see that there's a rise up, there's some consolidation, a move down, and then a big rise up over the past month. And hopefully the bot is following the trend of SPY to open up a directional ironfly. And so the ETF would move into profit and the bot would be able to close out for profit. So this is SPY. But I've also done another set of iterations using the QQQ ticker symbol. And so this is the ETF that tracks the NASDAQ. So you can see the QQQ graph is very similar to the SPY graph. It goes up, goes down, then comes back up. And the two lines that are on there are the 5 and the 14 EMA, and that's what the bot is using to determine the trend. And so it knows where to place the center strikes of that iron fly. So let's take a look at Option Alpha, and we'll take a look at the bots, and I'll show you the iterations that I've made. All right, over here in Option Alpha, I've got 8 different iterations of the bots that I am going to be showing you today. And the first one, let's start with this red one down here, and it is called the 10% 1 DTE SPY DIF day trader. And it's a long name, but I wanted to give as much description as possible in the title, so I knew I could differentiate it with the other bots. So this is a 1 DTE SPY directional ironfly bot. It trades every single day, Monday through Friday, and it closes out for a 10% profit or a 20% stop loss. This is the one or the version of it that I ran in my October challenge, but I only did it on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Otherwise, I would have been flagged as a pattern day trader if I did it every day. So I only wanted to do it 3 days a week. So everything is based off of this particular bot. The next red one down here is the same bot, except now I'm going for a 20% profit target, still with a 20% stop loss. All right. Then what I wanted to do is I wanted to test this out in the Qs. So this green one right here is the same setup as the red, except I'm just using the ticker symbol QQQ. Still a 1 DTE, still trading every day, and a 10% profit target. Then I did a 20% iteration of that same bot, and that's this one down here in green. Finally, the last set of iterations all use those same parameters, except instead of a 1 DTE, I was going with 0 DTE options. And so you can see that right here, 0 DTE SPY, 0 DTE Qs going for 10% profit, or 0 DTE SPY, 0 DTE Qs going for 20% profit. So 8 iterations I'm testing to see which one performs the best. Now, I'm not going to be using the numbers that are listed here in the total profit or the win rate because not all of them started at the same time. And you can see there's actually one position that is still open in this bot right here. So I've been tracking the trades in a Google Sheet and they're all time matched. So they all have the same starting point. And so you can make a better head-to-head comparison. So let's take a look at that Google Sheet. All right, here we are. And you can see in the line graph, the greens are outperforming everything else in terms of profitability. So the higher you are on the chart, the more profit there is. So let's take a look at these greens compared to everything else. So these greens are the Qs, and it's specifically the 1 DTE setup of these Ironfly bots, whether you're going for a 10% profit or 20% profit. They're both performing really well, about $600 in profit over the past 2 months. One has a nearly 71% win rate. The other one has a less than 60% win rate. So, both of them are working really well. You can either have more wins or you can just have better wins with this one over here. So what you find over in the red, and surprisingly, this solid red line down here in the line chart, this was the one that I was actually using in my October challenge. It did fairly well when I was running it. But as you can see, since the beginning of October all the way through November, it hasn't performed very well. In fact, it's lost $166. So I was expecting the win rate to be about 75%, if you remember that video, but it's down in the lower 60s. So that one didn't do too well. The 0 DTEs was sort of a mixed bag. You can see in the SPY 10%, it did better than the 1 DTE, but it did worse when I went for 20%. Over with the Qs, these blue ones, they did significantly worse than the 1 DTEs. So I don't think I'm going to move forward with any of the 0 DTE options. I'll just stick with the 1 DTE if I do move forward with this trade setup. But I want to look more closely at the Qs. So this is trading every day. And you can see all of the trades down here. In red, this was a bearish Ironfly. In white, it's a neutral Ironfly. And then in blue, it's a bullish Ironfly. And you can see that it goes from, this consolidation period to bear trend to a trend change here in white. And then all of a sudden, it just goes on a bull run. And you could see all of the green Ironflies that have been opened. But if you don't have $25,000 in your trading account and you want to trade this live, you can't use this bot. Otherwise, you get flagged as a pattern day trader because you've made more than 3 day trades within a 5 trading day period. So what I did for my challenge is I only opened Ironflies on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays so that I wouldn't get flagged as a pattern day trader. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday was just an arbitrary choice of days. I definitely didn't want to do Friday because the next expiration would have been the following Monday. So it was somewhere between Monday and Thursday. I just chose Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But was that the best set? I wasn't exactly sure. And after doing this test, I realized, no, it wasn't the best set. I'm going to show you, if I just took this bot right here, this best performing 20% triple Qs, 1 DTE bot, and only traded it on a specific 3 days, which 3 days of the week would be the best to trade this particular bot, according to the last 2 months of data. And you can see that right here. You can see that there is a tight group of days that work the best than some other days that simply don't work as well. And so what are these groups? What are these sets, day sets up here? Well, this is a light yellow one. That would have been this one right here, $1,025 with a nearly 71% win rate if you traded this bot Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I was doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with the SPY bot. And you can see even here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that was not a good set of days to trade. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday seemed to be significantly better. And in fact, if you only traded this bot 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, you would have made $1,000. But if you would have traded it every day, you would have made only $638. Still a good profit amount, but obviously you could almost double it by just trading it 3 days a week instead, if you chose the correct 3 days. So from the last 2 months, it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday would have been the best. The second best were right here, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, $931. That's this light blue line. And then finally, we have this dashed line over here, and that one is right here, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, $977. So these 3 sets seem to work the best. Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So after determining those sets of days, 3 days a week, I was also interested in looking at which 2 days work the best and maybe only trade this 2 days a week. And so I compiled that data, and that is right here. And we can see, again, there's another clear set of winners that are up here, and there's a clear set of losers down here. So what are these winners? Okay, so these winners are going to be very similar, or they're going to be a component of what we just saw with a 3-day set. So we have a Monday, Friday set right here, 75% win rate, $867. So once again, if you would have just traded this bot only 2 days a week on Mondays and Fridays, it would have made you more money than if you traded it every day of the week. Right? The next set is Tuesday, Friday, $961, 75% win rate as well. And then the final set was Wednesday and Friday, $915, but you had an 81.3% win rate. So again, there's something about these days, at least in the last 2 months, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Friday, or the Monday, Friday. So one of the things that all of these have in common is that Friday day of the week. So Monday, Friday, 867, Tuesday, Friday, 961, Wednesday, Friday, 915, Thursday, Friday, 448. Throwing in a Thursday seemed to bring it down. And I mentioned this in my October challenge videos, is that for some reason Thursdays seem to be pretty bad. And so you can see you throw in a Thursday with a Friday and it drops it by half. You throw in a Thursday with a Wednesday and you're negative. You throw in a Thursday with a Tuesday and it's negative. You throw in a Thursday with a Monday and it's negative. So I'm not sure what's going on Thursdays, but it seems to really drag the win rate down as well as the profitability down. So again, this is only 2 months worth of data. You could see there's only 16 trades here that were collected. There are only 24 trades that were collected. And then over the course of the last 2 months, there's about 40-ish trades that were collected. You could see some of them didn't have or weren't able to open. One is still open right here. In fact, this winning bot right here, it has a position open and it's up over $60 already. It just hasn't closed. It tried to close, but it wasn't able to close last Friday. So even though it is a small data set, I think it is pretty telling. This bot seems to be outperforming the other ones, and there are specific days of the week that seem to be working better than others. So if you were to move forward with a bot like this, then definitely look at the days of the week that you're trading them, because they're not all the same. You can't just turn the bot on, run it every day, and think that it's going to perform, the same every day, because evidently it doesn't. So if you have any questions about these bots, then go ahead and leave a comment down below, and I'll try to get back to it as quickly as possible. In the meantime, if you want to try out these bots, then head on over to Option Alpha. There's a link in the description, and you can sign up for a free trial. You can try these bots out in a paper account. You can modify them as needed. So go ahead and check it out if you'd like. In the meantime, trade wisely and take care.